This is an historic day in US history. This is the first time a sitting president in the United States or a former president has ever been indicted. Let's go live to our Washington correspondent, Annelise Nielsen now. She joins us live after this has just happened in the last half an hour or so. Annelise, where did this come from for a start? We know the sources are from the New York Times, and they have cited 4 sources familiar with the indictment. Is that correct?
Yeah, look, this is how these grand juries run. It's the district attorney who runs the case. There's a number of people in his office. You've got 23 jurors, 16 to 23, but the understanding is in this case there is 23. So things leak out. And so that's how the cases come to be published. And that's how in this case that a number of news sources have been confident enough to say that the district attorney has come forward with an indictment off the back of the recommendation from the grand jury. And so that's where this goes to next. We'll have the formal confirmation from the district attorney, and then Donald Trump will be required to appear. Now, Donald Trump's lawyers are also confirming that he's been informed of the indictment, but we don't know what he's actually charged with until he makes that appearance in court. It's there. In some ways, he'll be treated just like anyone else who's been indicted. He'll have to have his fingerprints taken, his mugshot taken, and he'll hear the charges against him. It's still unclear exactly what they are. The understanding is it's around this $130,000 hush money payment to former porn star Stormy Daniels around the 2016 election, that she was paid this money to not talk about her relationship with Donald Trump, which he's denied. But also the question is what's actually illegal about that. You can pay people to not talk about something. That's perfectly legal. It seems what they're saying here is that the issue is it wasn't recorded properly in his financial statements, whether that's internal financial documents that were improperly reported to the government or it was a breach of campaign financing. That will become clearer. But on the basis of it, it's not the worst thing he's actually facing at the moment. He's facing some pretty serious charges in Georgia if they come through with an indictment around election interference when he asked them to find an extra 11,000 votes or thereabouts. He's facing some federal probes and the confidential documents as well that could produce charges. What's interesting here is this is the first, and there are a number of campaigns coming for him. But remember, this doesn't necessarily play badly with his base. He's very much put the phrase forward that he's the only thing standing between his supporters and those who are out to get them. And so, if anything, this has helped his campaign so far. He's raised money off the back of it. It's giving him publicity, and you can bet that mugshot's going to be a central feature of his campaign.
It will be not just a central feature, I think the central feature, Annelise. Stay there for us. Don't go too far.